Welcome, colleagues. We are here to talk about the Derby Primary's targeted school offer for Key Stage 2 literacy on offer from the Derby Research School. The Derby Research School is proud to be partnering with a range of other providers, including SDSA, Flying High, Teaching School Hub, the English Hub, and the National Literacy Trust and Lead Teaching School Hub. So a range of partners coming together to support Derby schools. The Derby Primary Targeted School offer is very much focused on the schools who are engaging in that audit process. And as you can see there, each of the parts of the offer are designed as an outcome from that audit process. So it's in a very bespoke offer. So let's go and delve into the different aspects. So as a start point, we know that Derby's focused work for primaries is about improving the teaching of reading and writing, so it's literacy across the board, in order to increase attainment and improve progress for pupils at the end of Key Stage 2, particularly for our disadvantaged pupils. Within that, then, you can see the bigger picture for schools who've engaged with that audit, and also being given that designated bespoke literacy specialist. They will then be signposted to a range of opportunities available for them. And you can see the aspects there. A quick link is available if you haven't looked at that on a page overview yet. So let's have a little delve into the Key Stage 2 literacy programme. So the programme in itself, you can see here, has two aspects to it. So we're going to just home in on each of these elements. Again, if you want that quick link to that flyer, have a little look here. As you can tell, we have been working with the National Literacy Trust, and we will be providing schools an opportunity to really think about both the literacy level of support, and that's yourselves as a literacy lead and how you're developing from your work with your literacy specialists. And then also there's this wider aspect of online training available from 3:30 till 5 that's available for literacy leads, teachers and TAs. So we have both dimensions integrated really strategically in this offer, so that you can build those change teams in your schools and support wider staff. So if you do want to hook into the event, if you do want to hook into this and you want to find out more or signpost other colleagues, we'll be hosting an online launch event on the 13th of December. So let's just focus in on the first aspect, which is the Literacy Leadership Network meetings. So as you can see there, we have a sequence of activities that will be undertaken through the year. So you are currently in autumn 2 term engaging with the audit and then having that follow-up visit with your literacy specialist. So that is where your start points are now. We've got that lovely launch event that I have just talked about that will help hook in our wider schools. So let's just focus in on what does that first literacy leadership network look like. The idea is that from those audits across all of the Derby schools engaged, all of the primary schools engaged, we'll be looking at what are the common threads your literacy specialists have been saying around what specific support you need. We'll be filtering all of that information and bespokely designing that very first session for you as directly as a follow-up. You will be working with your literacy specialist in that first audit session to create an action plan. So we'll be looking at how is that going. We appreciate that intensive work with the literacy specialist needs that follow-up support, and by working in partnership with other schools, that network across all those Derby primary schools, we hope will be a real mobilising factor to aid you in your development. That thread will continue into Network 2 on the 24th of April, so we can hopefully see that ongoing support for you. Then when we come into June, you can see a bit of a gap there. We won't have a network meeting because you will have your follow-up visit with your literacy specialist about how is your plan coming along, where are you at? And then following on from that, we will have that July network meeting so that we can look into the next academic year and your action planning as a literacy lead at that point. So we hope that these network meetings which are going to take influence from that audit, is going to really wrap around. So emerging themes are from that literacy, from the initial audit that we've been looking at, is very much about managing change, implementation, those core threads. will definitely feature on that network one. And as we gather more information from those literacy specialists going out, we'll make sure that that network one is really, really bespokely tailored to you. A feature that you'll see on the bottom right-hand corner is that will also dovetail into further resources and support on the resource bank. We don't anticipate that there's a one-size-fits-all with the network and with the training sessions. We acknowledge that you will want to drill into very specific aspects, and therefore we will tailor the materials and resources available on the resource bank to meet individual school needs. So we've got that real clear line of sight of your drill down audit informing absolutely everything. So hopefully you can see that literacy leadership layer as the first instance. Then we're going to look at the second one, which is the training webinars. And yes, you can see there the literacy leads, teachers and TAs are available, are welcome to come to this event. And these are a sequence of webinars that will be from 3:30 till 5. The focus of that being is that we make it accessible without any demands of release from school, so that you can really think about who is it your wider team that you want to support, who is it the wider team that's going to support you as a leader. So the first session is on Talk for Learning. We know that oracy is the bedrock for reading and also for writing, so we do start with this anchor point. We will look at types of talk and how we promote types of talk. How do we model and extend talking and oracy to support reading and to support writing, and that will be our bedrock aspect. Then following on the 21st of February, this is where we go into then the reading fluency, that learning to read, and think about as a whole class level, as targeted support, what are our options, what are our practical strategies that we can implement, and again, this will be directly informed by your audits. Then developing vocabulary and the writing challenge comes into play by session 3. This is a really focused event around practical strategies. We know already from the initial audits, explicit vocabulary teaching that's manageable stuff is a sort of thread that's come out, so that's going to be a real big driver for us. And we're going to start going into the writing challenge around what are the composite parts of writing, what makes a fluent writer, what with writing with stamina, writing with style, and we'll look at that. By then we come into the 27th of March. We'll then look at your wider reading for pleasure aspects, your culture of reading, and that kind of reading to learn, reading to enjoy, those aspects there that come in. And by the final one, we come into the writing composition. So moving into sentence level, text level, transcription, all those composite domains that make a fluent writer and a writer with stamina. So hopefully you can see then that each of these aspects are going to focus on really critical part from the research, from the evidence that support a whole school approach. And we hope that by inviting whole teams along into that session, it really helps to mobilise your change journey back at base. So hopefully now we've had that little delver into this, what is quite a busy fly with lots of information. It helps you to navigate it a bit further. And coming back to that golden thread, your audit start points will inform each and every one of those sessions. We're lucky to be working with a group of schools together, and we're going to make the most of that really important data that's been collected in your settings. So if you do want to hook into this and confirm your school would like to engage with it, please look at the booking form link on your right, and we look forward to welcoming you. If you still want to find out a bit more, or you want to send staff along to that 13th of December event, do hook into that booking form, and we'll look forward to welcoming you. And if you have any wider questions from the Priority Literacy team, don't hesitate to get in touch. Check out our website, follow us on Twitter, and do get in touch with the team. And we'll look forward to working with you.